Never-ending story.
Ah, never-ending story. Ah, never-ending story. Ah, never-ending
Never-ending
story.
Ah,
Never-ending
never-ending story.
You know, what happens when you just basically go from one thing to another? Listen, everybody, we're back. And you know what? We're super back because we're doing something again, as it is. Oh, we got to move our cartoon face because our cartoon is up here and it's taking over and it can't see us. But once we take it away, we're right here and we're back. You guys, we're here. It's the Shelz and Cheez podcast live show. I am one of your hostess, Kay Renee. And we are joined here again with my other hostess. What's your name, girl?
Amanda A.
Amanda A. Amanda A, what can she say? She's here. We're live. We're live for you when you turn this on. Okay? Let's just say that. Whatever time you turn this on, whether it is morning, afternoon, evening, really late at night, whatever, we'll be here. I am, again, your hostess, Kay Renee, and we are back with episode 2. So, we have been doing some good things behind the curtain. We've been putting together really good content. I hope you loved our beautiful song, the way we wanted to open it up. We kind of wanted to open it in a way to kind of tease what we're going to talk about today. So our story or our show is themed around another goodie. It's another movie, and it's one of our tops out of our top 10 collection. And it's probably one that gave us a little bit of everything of what the fucks and this is really a great movie. And also, what did he say? And what is that shit? It was so much going on in the wonderful movie, The Neverending Story. And it bonded us even more because it kind of gave us a little bit, of an idea of what we kind of both really liked, especially the types of movies that we were into, the music that we really liked. And so this was another goodie for us. So I just want to kind of open it up and let you guys know that, again, if you are new to this show and you're new to this channel, that you make sure that you come in and you join with us and you subscribe to the channel, because we would like for you to do that because, hey, we need you here. We need you to like the content. We want you to be a follower. We want you to leave comments, and we want you to, again, let us know that you're out there and you're enjoying the show. We do appreciate you all. We've had really good numbers on our views for our real first official episode. So I'm very happy about that you guys came through and you did it for us. So we're back. That's why we came back. So anyway, how's it going, Amanda? How's your week been?
I mean, this show's good because I watched Neverending Story like 3 times. It's a good escape from what's like going on in the world, which this show is. I was thinking like this show is like, it's like Ivory. It's like 99.44% politics free. And I think that's going to be a hit. Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to keep my life like I watch the politics, like it's in the vein, but like I don't let it bother me too much. And like these movies that we're like really rewatching from the 80s are a really good medicine. And like you need things like that. Like you need several things like that going on. So yeah, I mean, I rewatched it this morning.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean, I had it on while I was doing shit, of course.
Okay.
But
yeah, I peeked in. Yeah.
I was glad because it's good we put off the recording another day because then I could watch it again. So that's where I'm at. Like I don't fucking want to talk about my week, but I was glad to have watched this movie.
I get it. I love it.
You know?
I love it.
Yeah.
My week, it's the same soup warmed over. That's what I feel like. It's the same task. It's the same routine.
Smells better
it's the
hot
same...
than cold still. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. but still, you know, it really wasn't too bad. And plus I had a chance to throw a therapy session in also, which was great because I needed to talk to, you know, my therapist and kind of unload. And she was checking in on me about, you know, those chicks that we talked about that don't talk to me anymore. Right. And so she's like, how are you doing with that? And I was like, yeah, my friend was like, fuck them, you know, like, I don't need them. They don't, fuck it.
Sometimes you just got to take out the trash. You know, sometimes stuff is perfectly fine until it starts to rot and then it's garbage. Yeah.
Hot garbage.
Right.
Not like
hot garbage. Like lots of stuff was perfectly fine until it wasn't. And then it's garbage.
Yes. And then it's garbage. And you just throw it out. So yeah. I felt really good about that. But I had to cut our conversation like a little short, like by 20 minutes, because you know, you get older, like I've said 1,000 times in other shows of mine, and your body just be changing. And I had to go to the bathroom, and it was just like I felt I was not going to be able to hold this any longer. And so I got up, and you know that uncomfortable feeling, and you're like, ooh, and she's just talking on her end, and I'm holding the phone like, yeah, yes, because I have to do video call with her. And I'm like, listen, just book me for the next 2 weeks, okay? I gotta go. I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. She's like, yeah, don't hold it. And I don't want to anymore. That's why we're gonna cut this shit. But I'm doing all right. I'm not worried about the girls anymore. Works great. And me and my friend started a new show. But I gotta go. So she's like, yeah, go. I'm like, because if not, I'm taking you with me. And you don't want to come with me. Nah. Not for that. So yeah, we hung up. But the rest of the week was good. And I had basketball mom duties today. And Khalil won. His team won by 1 point today. So I was really happy about that he had a chance to be in his first little game. And then it's just been busy ever since I've been back in the house. And this is the first time I had a chance to sit down. So I'm really happy that I get to sit down and do something I like to do, which is talk about the 80s and good movies.
It sounds like some lyrics like sit down. Like you're gonna get
sit down.
Yeah, we'll just write some lyrics later after the show. Anyway.
Sit down. What was that song we used to sing? Was it Madonna? Stand up, stand tall, put your back against the wall.
We sang a lot. I mean, we had our own Weird Al Yankovic factory going on, like with our radio show. Like we did a lot. We made up commercials, which we still need to do on here. That's something we have. Okay, coming soon.
Yes.
We used to make up our own commercials.
Soon, we will have sponsors, but on our own time and our own jingle.
Yeah.
We had our own radio shit. AMKA.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to dig out
if
that
she can find the stuff in the crates.
We recorded it on a little recorder. And yeah, it was called AMKA. Yeah, and we would do like prank calls, and that's where we would get Anyway.
Oh, I loved prank calling people's houses. And this is, you guys, I'm telling you, this is probably what started me to stay in this path, like on this path of like radio and just broadcasting, because you
Just
think I
cold
can throw
calling
my
people.
yes. And not only, but I was the principal, remember? From the school. Remember, I was having people's parents come to the school because such and such was in trouble.
Yeah, kind of Mean Girls style, like that exact thing she's doing on Mean Girls, where she's like, you know, your boyfriend is cheating on you, like that kind of stuff, and like
Yes.
your daughter's pregnant, like she pretended she was Planned Parenthood, yeah, like that. But yeah, there was innocent stuff too. But yeah, I forgot about that. Most of it was innocent, but some of it was mean. Yeah.
Yeah, some of it was mean. And if I didn't really like you, it was real mean. I was gonna set you up. Yeah, parents coming up to the school, and you know, you guys, you know, the Thundercats
deserved it.
They wholeheartedly deserved it. They did. You can't trust a girl whose bangs look like Lord have freaking mercy. Yeah. Those bangs. And yeah, those bangs, they were terrible. And terrible things came from people that had bangs like that. So other than that. So yes, the week was good. I can't complain. So yeah, let's get into it. You heard our wonderful theme song in the beginning, because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sing every fucking time we come over here. And listen, we're not looking for contracts. We don't want to be signed to anybody's label. We just want to do our own thing.
Yeah, our shit is not together. That's not the point. We are having a lot of fun with this movie. Like, we just bond over this movie. I have a question for you. Is this maybe the first movie we memorized together? I was thinking maybe so.
I think it was. Because I think we were so into it so much that we felt like it was our duty and responsibility to know it inside and out. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was the first one. Yeah.
And I think because we didn't binge watch, but we watched enough. And I think because our brains were still set up in a good position at that age where we could retain the information even more, as opposed to now, like decades later, where the brain ain't the same. But I still can catch parts of the movie that I can remember to mimic. Like I still know parts. You know what I mean? I think it was this, or was it
the whole thing back in the day. But yeah, now it's like
yeah. You'd be like, oh yeah, good rocks. Yeah, just look like good strong hands. There we go, hands. Good strong hands. And I want to say this one and Legend are kind of neck and neck. I really want to say they're kind of on that level, because I feel like it's one of the two that we really, really took the time within for the memorizing of the show, for the movie. So let me start with my first little feature here. Let's talk about this guy, because this guy is basically, where did he go? Here he is. He set it off. This kid set it the fuck off. Being bullied, running, trying to find somewhere to hide, trying to find somewhere to run. He starts it off for us for the story. I really wish I could zoom open a little bit more. You say he was a little dork?
Yeah, a little dork boy, a little just average little dork boy. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. What? No, wait. How old was he? Was he like 12?
Probably. Like, the only thing I remember is I read the book, which I have not read a book in a very long time, is I remember the character was actually supposed to be like overweight, like a little chubby boy. So that's the one thing that this kid was not. He was very, very skinny. He was a little skinny boy, which is fine. Like you could still play the dork character, but that's the one big difference where he was bullied for that in the book, for that specifically. So
Gotcha.
in this movie, they're just like dork. They're like dork belongs in the dumpster.
Throwing in the dumpster. And so he finds shelter as the hideout, and he has this book. And he's just as curious as we are, as again, if you remember watching this movie, and maybe now we're going to have you watch it because you haven't seen it in a long time. But it's always, I think, for me, with these movies that always start out like regular schmegular, and then it takes us into a whole different fantasy land, you know?
Yes.
And I'm just going to speak on my behalf on fantasy time, because as I got to be an older child, teenager, I was trying to find things to put me in fantasy lands, like Neverending Story. Like, can I create that? Can I go
like going to like another place before we were, before drugs? But it's like but that similar feeling in the brain that fantasy movies provide, that kind of similar to, drug experience.
That's probably why I was here for him. I was here for him.
Yeah, a little early taste,
Yeah, just a taste, like a pinch, just a little something on the pinky. Yeah. No Coke, you guys. No powders. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about a little spoonful of sugar. It helps the medicine go down. That's all. So this kid, he starts off all of this stuff, right? So he brings us in, he loops us in, and then it gets very mysterious. So then we meet whom on the way? Trail. We have a trail. Trail's just minding his fucking business, okay? He's not trying to be bothered with people. He's just trying to do his thing with his horse. Oh, that's it. That's all he wanted to do, was just be with his horse. And they looped him into this craziness of shit that he didn't know he was even going to be in for within the whole ride of it all. They got him visiting places and talking and trying to figure out and solve puzzles, and then it's just a whole bunch of mess. He's a warrior. So let's talk about the warrior.
He's a chill cowboy. He's just a chill cowboy. He just
Which again, Amanda, when did this? What'd you say?
I said he's not looking to be a hero. He just wants to be a cowboy.
Yeah. Like, an Indian on his horse, which I had the biggest crush on this little kid as a kid. He was just a cutie. And
yeah, the androgyny. He's almost like a glam rock, almost like glam rock junior. Like, oh my god! So, yeah.
Glam Rock Junior, yeah. Rock out a trail.
I had the weirdest thought this morning while I was watching it. Like, they did a close-up on Atreyu as just like we're looking at right now. And I had the weirdest thought that his face reminds me so much of Millie Bobby Brown.
Whoa.
Like, right? The features, the olive skin, the hair, like I was like, wow, this is so Stranger Things. It's so, and I wonder if they were conscious of that when they cast her, because it feels very nostalgic in that way, the way Stranger Things is. I don't mean to bring that up. I just like the movie in general, but just that I had the observation this morning. And I didn't do a side by side, but they could be twins.
I can see what you see.
But they're both pretty,
I see
right?
exactly what you see. If I cover like his hair and just, yeah, right, exactly. And I am catching it because you now brought that reference in. I can see what you see from that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how
interesting. Yeah.
How are they doing like sexy with this like 12-year-old boy anyway? Like it seems a little weird now in retrospect. But when we were that age, it was everything because like it's so much healthier than crushing on grown men. So, you know.
Right. True that. Now, here's the thing. Because they gave him that open vest of that,
yes.
It was all open, shirt, you know, and I was getting like the puberty
really
going.
Sorry, go ahead.
That deep V cut, you know, she woke up a goddamn devil, ma'am. Like, whoa. She's like, where is my dress that I had on? What's this V shit? That's next. That's fucking next. Or it's close to gonna be down the line. Yes. We'll get there. We're gonna get
between
to
now
that.
and my birthday. Between now and my birthday and sometime before Halloween. Yes. So Atreyu was the crush. That's for sure. There wasn't a whole lot like for us, you know, at that time.
Right. It wasn't. It really wasn't. But again, it did pique the interest, and that's where the crushes were coming in, because then it's like you started it was awakening little things, I think, in us as, you know, preteens, and, you know, just kind of like being able to actually be like, he's cute. I like him, which is probably why I feel like I'm a fucking vampire, because of the fucking Lost Boys. That's another favorite of mine. I'll never get away from that. And again, seeing them in that light was like, oh yeah, they're the cool kids. It's the vampires. So he's walking and he's traveling around, right, with his horse and everything like that. And then who do we meet? And I wanted to find the picture of all pictures, but I could not find the pictures of the Sphinx. I couldn't. I don't know why, for whatever reason, it wasn't letting me do what I needed to do.
YouTube would flag it anyway, because
they would,
because of all the boobies. And how did they get away with this shit anyway? I still to this day, every time I watch it, I'm just like, I can't. Like, I think it was a foreign film. I don't know if it technically was, because I know it's filmed in Europe, but. Well, Europe and Canada.
Okay.
But still, like, how did they get away with all these, like, several sets of big tiggle bitties? I don't know. And
they was bigger than some double D's, ma'am. They were
and they're very, very pert. They're not demure.
They're not.
No.
They were giving. No, they were not. They were, hey, come on through. And I know that part freaked me out a lot in my own way. I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Is he gonna make it? The eyes were opening. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll get back to them. But let's talk about our other friends.
There's so few females in the movie at all. And then to have these sphinxes, and they're it's almost like their sexuality is really aggressive towards him, like this, like female sexuality is all threatening and aggressive. It's really weird, because there's like, how many female characters in the movie? Like 2. I mean, it's just
it's 2,
right? Like
2.
The Empress and his mom.
Not even his mom. Remember, it was the other one, the Batwing Broth. We'll get to her.
Oh,
remember, she was with the scientist. But we had him.
Oh yeah, her. And then there's some random characters at the ivory tower.
Yeah,
but you know,
exactly. Right, the ivory tower. There was some other weirdos that looked like they should have been on Star Trek or something. Like, who the fuck are these people? And then the guy with that mohawk with those dents in his head. Yeah, that guy. This this man right here. Do y'all see this fucking big wheel? Do you see what this dude is riding on? This looks like something they use now for construction with like paving out the roads and the bad bumps in them. But this guy is not doing the job. Could you imagine seeing a rock biter? A rock biter. A fucking rock. A rock biter. That's the snacks. Rocks. Do you see his teeth? Aren't his teeth made of rocks? What are they? Fucking...
Ooh, right there in that shot right there, he looks like Chet in Weird Science.
He does look like Chet in Weird Science. See? The aliens knows, man. They knew what to fucking do. They recycled so much stuff and references from movie to movie to movie. This is why I hate 2025 and all of this new shit. They knew how to reference and give us something new. Like, they were like, doesn't he look familiar? Like, you know, he kind of look like, yeah, Chet. Weird Science. Huh. But they just turned Chet into shit. He was just shit. But this guy here, I wouldn't want to encounter nothing like that. I wouldn't. He's just picking up rocks. But then he's
a gentle guy. Yeah,
he's a gentle rock biter. Well, what about your man over here? I got a few of him. Bam.
Just a fucking night off. This guy's busted.
He's busted and he's drunk.
He looks like he's a firefighter just come home from work.
His eyes look like if you would have saw what I just did on my day today. I don't know if I can explain to you. Look at his eyebrows going into his hair.
Yeah, that's intense. That's like 90-plus-year-old man kind of eyebrow action. What's going on in the nostrils? That's what I'm not.
The nose is broken also, like it's off. It's not even like aligned. It's totally...
Maybe that's why he smells out of his mouth, because his nose is too clogged up with hair. Because
he can't. Look at his earring.
Is he like some sort of pirate?
What this guy was, but he just looks like he smells, and he's an alcoholic, and he's fucking don't know what day it is. You know, he's just like, where, you know, look at where he lives. And he's got a fucking bat, man. Like, he's just the bat looks like he's about to go to sleep. Look at
He said, nobody gives a poop about me and my stupid bat.
And you're right, man. Look at his fingernails. Look at his fingers. He's just like something I wouldn't want to see.
It's no wonder he's single.
You think? This guy was out of control. But then... And then we had him, you know, Lord help us with his racing.
Isn't that the actor that plays the Oompa Loompas in the remake? I'm pretty sure.
You think so?
I think so. His name.
You talking about the one with Chalamet?
No, the one with Johnny Depp.
Oh.
I think he's the Oompa Loompas, where they're all like the same actor. I think it's this guy. His name's like Deep something. He's like a little Indian guy.
Okay.
Anywho, side note, he's in a lot of things, I think.
Well, he has a racing snail, you know.
Yeah, that's some cool ass shit. That's why we liked this shit. That's some psychedelic shit.
Hey, you think this would be better on acid or E?
I never did E. But you know what? This was definitely deep. Like, it's definitely acidy. It's like deep thoughts for kids. Like, this was some early real psychedelic stuff for kids. Like, this was more psychedelic than Alice in Wonderland, and like some far out concepts.
Yeah, this was definitely deep in their own bag. This is one of it's such a cult classic, and especially for our generation. But we, and another thing, boys and girls, in case we have anybody listening that's a Thundercat age, our movies weren't that fucking drawn out and long either. Like a good hour, 35 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, good short. Well, I mean, there were exceptions, but the children's movies, they tried to stay at a good pace.
Yeah, they did. Keep you in there, keep you, you're still interested, you were still with it. Definitely. But moving right along after, moving through and making their way and Atreyu getting to the Ivory Tower, and of course, Arthrax dying in the swamps of sadness. And that was just that. You want to talk about where anxiety came in with being a young child? Anxiety? The fucking quicksand, the swamp of sadness.
Depression. The idea of depression, like they're like, guess what, kids? Depression.
Ta-da!
Grieving, sadness. But I think in a way it was like how Bastian could relate to Atreyu now that he see Atreyu have this loss as he had lost his mother. I think it made him feel closer to Atreyu.
Yeah.
Who is like, I think it's kind of like his avatar, Atreyu's like his ideal self.
Yeah.
So then feels one. I felt that maybe they became one at that moment when Atreyu felt lost. That
connection. Yeah. Oh, that was such a pitiful part. The music, everything. You've got to, for me, please. He was like, you're my only friend. I was like, no, not my only friend. I wanted to, it made you want to pull the reins yourself for the horse. Like, what can we do better? Like, can we get him out? And he was just like, his little mouth, he was like, no, I can't go any further. Oh, it just broke me. Oh, it's such a broken moment. And then he was just walking in the swamps of sadness all by himself. And who does he run into? This motherfucker right here. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Morla, the ancient one.
We don't care whether or not we care. He sneezed so many fucking times. He kept blowing them off. Did he climb up on top of some kind of tree branch, right? That was kind of like,
yeah, so he could hold on to something, and so he wouldn't sink in the mud, probably, but shit.
He said, we're allergic to you. He's like, we? Who the fuck else is here? Who are we?
You know what? I got something to say about the we. You know how it's like, yeah, he's alone all the time, so he's talking to himself. He's schizophrenic, sure, whatever. But I was wondering this time, like, what is Morla? Okay, so this is my train of thought. Is Morla male or female? And I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, I think Morla's a very early non-binary character.
Because of we.
Ah. Just a far out concept.
That's something to think about there. We would ponder that for a moment. Might be right. They were like, what pronouns do we use? We use we. We.
And we don't care.
And we don't care. We don't care. Yes, it was very odd because when you think about it, because it was, of course, so funny to us when he kept saying this shit. And then in my mind, I'm like, Atreyu, you got to keep moving because this dude is going to sneeze you back to just back. You're going to go flying back to where you don't want to be. Where you don't want to be. So then, as we move forward, because we kept hearing about whom? The nothing. The nothing. What is the nothing? What's the nothing? The nothing. Mm-hmm. It does make you really think. As an adult, I'm 46. I'm sitting here got me in deep thought now, as opposed to when I watched it as a kid. And I'm like, shit.
That's deep shit. That's some deep shit. Because, like, really, the opposite of good is not always bad. Sometimes the opposite of good is nothing. You know? Like, nothing is worse than bad. You can work with bad, but what can you do? Nothing.
Right.
You can turn bad into good with a little magic. But you can, I mean, what do you do with nothing? It's not, what is nothing is depression, it's death, it's, I don't know. Right. It's not life.
Right. Exactly.
So that's deep shit for kids.
More deep shit. More of it. So yeah, think about, it's going to have me thinking a little bit more. So then on the journey, we meet who? The cutest little thing in the world. A love dragon. I love the love dragon with his cream style corn on his back. That's so cute. He's so cute. Yeah, I loved him. How about giving a little scratch right behind that ear there? Yeah, exactly. He loved it. I would love a luck dragon today. And he looks all clean because remember they cleaned him up. Does he have a tattoo? Does Atreyu have a tattoo? What's wrapped around? Oh, no, that was the thing they wrapped on his arm. I was like, what is that hanging from his arm?
Yeah, it said, when he woke up, he said, when I awoke, I was clean and my wounds were dressed.
Ha ha ha. Yes, yes, yes.
Which, of course, the thought is, did they take my clothes off? But that's another story.
Did they? I
mean, he was covered in mud. His clothes are clean.
Did they take his clothes off?
I don't know. These old swingers.
You let me have him now. It's my turn. Like they were fighting over him to like help him. Were they not?
What's up with these folks anyway? They're very small. They also are they rodents? I think they're rodents. Look at their little claws and their little teeth. Like they
yeah, look where they live, in a cave.
Yeah, I think they're little like rats or like little voles or something.
That's a closer picture of her.
One of the only females in the whole movie.
She's serving up that bat wing broth, man. That bat wing broth. Like, what? And again, where the hell were bats flying around where they were? They looked like they were in space somewhere. You know, because of the Sphinx and the ivory tower.
Well, it's like, it's almost like Fantasia is flat, you know? They're at the edge of the universe.
Okay.
You know? That's almost the feeling I get.
So everything's down there on the end.
Yeah, it's just like black
down there on the end. You got to keep going down.
Yeah.
And then they
But
sent
then
him to
weird too because they're small. Like they're just little small mouse people. Like they're way smaller than a tree.
Remember? He did it. He did it. And he fell out. You're gonna fall out your basket. And he fell out the fucking basket. And he was like, never mind, you witch. Their whole little marriage. Probably how really marriage is still going for others, that's been married for years. Like those two were hilarious. They were like the comedy relief.
He probably gets a little more senile every time he falls out the basket and hits his fucking head. So that's why she's pissed. She's like, now he's dumber, Just more annoying.
I was not trying to spit that water out. Right. She's like, he really gets on my goddamn nerves. I got to make a lot of bat wing broth and just to get you back together.
Yeah. Nurse his shit back to health now.
Yeah. Right. Oh my gosh. And then we have the nothing.
Now, how did you feel about this? Because I know dogs were not your favorite. So, how did you feel about this dog villain?
And see, that's the interesting thing because it really gave more of how I was terrified of dogs. It was worse, just to see something like this visually. And then the fact of me trying to confirm in my head, yep, those are those teeth and they're going to kill me. I'm terrified. I mean, any dog, any small dog, any medium-sized dog, all of them were terrors and they were going to take my soul. That's how I felt about dogs. This thing right here with these eyes, and then again, there's those teeth. Again, it really was trying to confirm what I thought that I knew about how dogs are. And he's kind of not even a pit bull kind of dog. Like he's one of those kind of I think they call it cane corsos or however you pronounce it. The scary dogs. And I'm scared still of those dogs, but people have them. Oh, they're sweet. No. And I'm not a fan of pit bulls either. I don't be feeling like dogs that look kind of vicious and killerish are sweet dogs. But this nothing, which he was the nothing. And I could not still to this day put the two together.
He wasn't exactly the nothing, like the way Jesus wasn't God, like more like a messenger. Like he describes himself as I forget what the exact line was, but he's like a messenger of the nothing,
and that's why he's dark and black and looking vicious.
Yeah, like the nothing's more like a concept.
Mm-hmm.
It's the absence of creativity, I think, the absence of hope and dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like a physical symbol, of nothing in a way.
Okay.
He was saying some deep shit I was noticing this morning when I was watching it, and it reminded me of, and it was poignant. It was poignant. I'll quote Gamork. He said, people who have no hope are easy to control. And whoever has the control has the power. Deep thoughts.
I need a tattoo with that shit. Let me come see your husband. I need that written somewhere on me.
You should hop on fucking that luck dragon and he'll get you right over here.
Yeah, he will. Minus the cream style corn back. I will get on I'll just put a towel over top of that part.
Yeah, I know it's supposed to look like sparkly scales on his back, like all magical, but to me, it just looks like a bad case of eczema or something. Like he's got some psoriasis or something. like he needs a treatment.
Yeah,
or like
go in there with them too.
Yeah. To put some bat brains on his back or something.
He needs the rat marriage couple. That's who he needs to go and do something. But wait, they gave him something. Didn't they give him a needle or some shit? They was giving.
Yep. Those are juicy vitamins. Yeah. With a giant syringe. What's up with the giant syringe? Why'd they have a giant? That was crazy.
Like, where did y'all get this shit from? Did you mention it? stores around? Like, or did you guys like who dropped this off?
Yeah, did they pick that up from humans, or did they make that? I don't know.
Exactly.
The
And
detail.
as short as they were, how did you syringe it in? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, she's a strong bitch, that one.
She is that one. That one. But let's talk about the main one. The main one, and I'm telling you, people, we, for the life of us, we ran this part back so much, trying to just hear what her name was. That Sebastian, call my name. We could not. There was, oh my goodness gracious, closed caption.
Did anyone else have this problem? Because, you know, back in the day, there was no way to find out. Like, there was not the captioning, we didn't have the streaming, I don't know, like nobody knew. And it wasn't like she wasn't credited with that name. She was credited as the childlike empress. So yes, we're rewinding this shit over and over and over, trying to hear what he was yelling out the window.
And she's sitting in a seashell, a clamshell. It's clamshell. She's got the pearls around the beaded pearl. Isn't that the Orin on her beaded pearl headband from the book?
By the way, do you know what the name was that he did call out?
It's Moonchild, right?
Right. And like, what? First of all, what? Like, I didn't even find out till I read the book. And isn't that when I told you? I read the book and this is what it says, and you were like, what? Like, yeah. I think I was in like high school or college or something, and I called you up because we were not living in the same city at that point. And I go, dude, it's Moonchild. And you were like, Moonchild? So we know she was a hippie, first of all. But then there's a translation thing too, because it was German. So who knows? But yeah, that's some hippie shit for sure.
That's deep.
So Fantasia makes sense, you know, that the death of Fantasia is, you know, she says it's like the hopes and dreams. So, you know, his mom was a hippie. She was a dreamer. She was a free spirit. So giving the Empress his mother's name, you know, the symbology in that.
Right.
That, he's keeping Fantasia alive by keeping his mother's spirit alive by giving this name to the Empress. And in a way, it's like he's keeping his mother alive and her energy and her spirit, but he's also letting go by letting someone else have her name.
Yes. To release it onto someone else. And that little bit of small grain that he kept as to where he could still spread within, like all love and everything of what was given is that piece of Fantasia, the piece of Fantasia. You'll always have it with you. Yeah. And he's so like
spirit of mother that he could, you know, fertilize like a seed.
Right.
And it's like the opposite of the message his father was giving him, which was, let's, you know, forget about this. We, you know, in Fantasia, he's getting the opposite message that we need to honor the memory. Yeah.
Right. You have to flip it around. Yeah. And then he goes and gets him a luck dragon and he's out. And he goes and scares those bullies and puts them in the trash can.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was flying through the town like, can anybody see you on this dragon? Yes, they can. And he was coming. Yeah, he was flying down and Valor was like, I was like, yeah. Go get him, man. Go get him. Yeah, that was like, again, that was a classic. That was a top 3. That was definitely a Shelz and Cheez moment. definitely, had to be in the bowl, had to be
I'm sure.
watching.
I'm sure we ate a lot of Shells and Cheese while we watched this movie.
We did. They should have endorsed us for Shells and Cheese. They should have. They should have. If they would have known.
Doctor that shit up either. It was just straight out the box.
Yeah. No extra.
Salt, no pepper, no bacon, no broccoli. Straight up.
Yep. Then they started making the ones with all that shit in it.
No tuna, no peas, spices, nothing. So we
were gonna do more of the song, everybody, but when we pulled the fucking lyrics, because you're older, you really look at lyrics and you're like, those were never the words that I was singing. I didn't know where this came from. So I want to quote a little bit, and I don't know if any of you out there know this. If you do, great. But the lead singer, who we thought was a woman.
You definitely. When I always pictured a woman singing it. I was very shocked when I first saw the video on YouTube.
Yeah, and it's the lead singer from Kajagoogoo. And if you guys don't know, hush, hush, shy, shy, hush, hush, I. It's him. It's that guy. And so parts that stuck out to me that I did remember, which was turn around, look at what you see. And then it went dark for me there because I didn't know what else was after that. I could pick up the key parts like dream a dream. And what you see will be. I didn't know that was the line. I could get up with those parts, and everything in the middle would be like never ending story. And then I pulled the words and I was like, who wrote this? This is not what I thought. Look at what you see in her face, the mirror of your dreams.
Who's her? Who's her anyway? It doesn't make any sense.
Everyone was on pronouns and things we didn't know, we, she, her. Who's her? There was two women, the rat lady and the childlike empress. Who is she?
Dead? Maybe it's his dead mom. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. So yeah, make sure you guys definitely leave a comment if you watch this movie. You still watching? Did we open up some new things for you with the movie, things you didn't know and you was like, oh, I didn't know about that. Now this is interesting. Wow, quite funny. But yeah, definitely a classic. So let's go. You got some questions? It's our Q&A segment right here. I got some questions for you, just to see if hopefully we didn't write the same and have the same thoughts this time. Because last episode, if you didn't see it, make sure you go back and catch it because it's right there on the channel. Did I tell you guys? I could have swore I said it earlier, but just make sure you subscribe and like it, and leave us comments and let us know you were here, because we love that. That makes us keep on coming back. So the last time we had like similar questions, similar answers, because we're fucking best friends and we're not even in the same state. We're so different coast and all of that. But that's just showing you, when you got real friends that are longevity friends, you still be on the same wave and energy doesn't change at all. So I'm gonna go first this time because I think you went first last time. Yeah, because I was sitting here gagging when you were like, and I was like, really? That was my
Yeah, I hope the sound is better this time. I do.
Oh, it is so fucking awesome today.
If you want to leave comments, you can answer the same questions we're answering each other, even, or asking each other. That's a good a good pipe in.
Especially if you've watched is just as much as we have. So yeah, let us know, because we think that that's really fun and that's interesting to know, especially with you all out there listening into us. So here you are, Amanda. This is the first question.
All right.
If you had to ride Falcor, the luck dragon, anywhere, as far as any world in the world, what real world problem do you think he would solve for you?
In real time?
Yeah.
Like, we're not time traveling. We're doing something like in real time.
Yeah, we're doing real time today, 2025.
I'm going to be cheesy and say I'm going to like sail on a bunch of food into Gaza like it's the Hunger fucking Games.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, yeah. I mean, a lot of people are trying that, but if we're talking about the real world, that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Gotcha. Yeah.
As far as something Alcor could help with, he could carry a lot of food, satchels on his scaly ass psoriasis back. So you can...
Nothing will be infected or harmed. All the food was packaged and it was sealed and it never touched your skin. It was in a satchel and it was wrapped. Yeah, definitely. I like that. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. I'm ready.
Oh, are you going to answer it too, right?
Well, you know what? I really didn't have an answer for it because the way I'm trying to really go is to just go take people out, on Falcor. That would that would fix the problem. And we already know what the problem is in the real world. So yeah, there's my answer. And everyone, you guys can read between the lines or Falcor's scales, and you know where I'm heading. And it ain't far from where I live right now. Baby, we've been there in 2 minutes.
I had a similar one, actually. It's not quite the same, but it's similar. It's wood. If you have a chance, would you rather ride Falcor, the racing snail, or the stupid bat? Which would be more fun, or which the reason?
I definitely feel as though I would go for Falcor. I would definitely ride on his back no matter what. Because I loved him as a kid. I still love him today, even though he's got bad skin. But I would definitely just throw one of my little blankets on his back and go for it. Because the bat, I don't know if I want to hang on to that. Like, I don't know if I want to hang on to that like that. My arms are gonna get tired.
It looks fun, but scary.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, he was going to sleep. Remember, he was going to sleep.
That's the key word. Is stupid.
Yeah, nah, I need you to stay awake. My life depends on this right now. The racing snail. I don't know. He creeps me out a little bit more than Falcor, so I'm a pass on the racing snail. Yeah,
as much as probably Falcor is the easy answer, but like I don't. There's to me there's a certain appeal to the snail because sometimes I just need to stay land ridden because I'm I don't want to be up in the sky all dizzy and shit.
Right. He's like, did I fall? Yeah, you did. You fell.
Yeah, sometimes I want to stay on the ground.
Right. Okay. Here's my next question for you. The childlike empress, obviously she never ages. What's the one age you'd actually want to stay stuck at forever? And why?
Probably around 26.
Okay.
Like, definitely I'd want to come in at a point after I met my husband, which I met him when I was like barely 18.
Yes.
But
happy 25-year anniversary to you two. Yes.
But definitely It'd want to be before I started having any kind of major health issues. Like, lock it in when you're like good and healthy. So I'm gonna come in under 30 there.
Okay. He's gonna lock it in right there. Okay.
Yeah. Lock it in. The body is still limber and energized on the regular.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
that. For me, I would say 25. I would like to stay. I could do 25. Things were pretty sweet at 25 for me. I didn't have any issues, no problems. You know, my weight was pretty decent. So yeah, I would say I would do 25, and the reason why is because I was still fairly new with the job I'm at now. And then I would have an opportunity to know, like, if I didn't want to stay at this job or if I wanted to move on, I could.
Before they got their claws in.
Yeah. Yeah. Before they vultured, you know, yeah, definitely. 25 for me. That would be where I would be. All right, let's do one more. You go.
Okay, well, I have a lot here, so I'm gonna go with, you know, when Atreyu's going through the first gate, you know, with the booby sphinxes.
Yes.
And he's just like, I'm gonna go now. He's like, oh, you know, brave man. And he just like, when he sees their eyes opening and he just fucking runs. Remember this? He just runs.
Yeah.
And the lasers come down and he just like jumps over them or something. So that's always kind of bothered me, because like the Angiwek is like, you know, you have to be brave. Only a brave man can go. You have to have, you know. So is it brave to run? I don't know. I've always wondered about that, because he just runs. He basically escapes the lasers. I think because he was so, like, I don't know, I would say mesmerized, but just kind of like in awe of like the setup of everything. And like, do you think cheating? Like, do you think that was really an act of bravery to run? What was supposed to happen? Like, what if are you supposed to just stare those bitches down and be like, I don't know.
I can take your laser. Like, can you? You know, and that's a good question, because I'm going to say, on the defense, because I am a Trejo fan, I feel like, yeah, he could have ran. And I think that was still, I think what was brave enough for him to do was just to get down there in the first place. And I think just to get to that point, to just take the opportunity to see, can I walk through and make it? Because what if he didn't? And what if the lasers would have clipped him? And, you know, of course, the way that they did the effects back then, they, you know, probably could have tweaked it better, you know, like how we have the effects of things now for a lot of movies. But yeah, I mean, I feel where I get where you're coming from with it, but I do think he still was just brave enough to go. It's just to be there, to just see.
I'm just saying, a lot of people went before him and they died. That's all I'm saying.
And they walked.
Yeah,
they walked slow. They walked real slow. He
said they see straight into your heart, and it's like, but so he ran before, like, they could see into his heart. I don't know. I think it's a little weird.
Yeah, but yeah, I still give him credit for going. I do. So, you know, it is what it is. So yeah. Yeah, it is some food for thought. So your homework tonight, everybody, or like I said, in the morning or good afternoon, whatever time you're looking at this, when you catch it. Yeah, go watch this shit. Watch it again, and then comment. Let us know, you know, answer our questions. Add your own if you want to ask us one. We'll definitely get back with you and chat our answer in the box and let you know on the page, like, oh, okay, that was a good one, you know, or whatever. And you can even go back to the first episode where we covered Back to the Future and we did the Q&A segment over there as well. And you can maybe add your answers as well, or flip it around and ask us questions of, you know, what you think, you know, so we could interact with you as well before, you know, we dip into maybe doing some live stuff later down the road in the future. But the way that life is lifing for the both of us, yeah, don't hold your breath for that, because we're busy. But we're doing what we can when we can do it. Okay. So we want to try to, again, make sure we're here for you and that you are, again, are, you know, getting the content. So please like and subscribe, share the content with your friends, comment, let us know what you think. We do appreciate that. This is where you can find me. This is where you can follow me, is on this page for YouTube right here. I don't have any social media handles, so don't go searching for them, because you're not going to find them. And you can also go back on my page here and listen to other, you know, episodes from in the past and in the in-betweens as well. And yeah, if you got a topic of interest or something you want us to cover, you can definitely email me at kreneshow@gmail.com.
I forgot to show my unicorn necklace.
Oh, you got a unicorn neck, the unicorn. I like it. I have my orange and it's upstairs, and I left it hanging on my lamp because I was trying to escape motherhood so I could get down to my basement, as Donnie calls it, in the bunker. And I was trying to get here.
This is a pendant I found, and it was my mom's, so it's vintage. And then I just made it.
I like it.
From like the 70s, I think.
Oh, see, that's even better.
70s. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yes, wear that. That's good luck. That's good luck. That's why your sound was perfect today. It was perfect. What you got? Oh, turn around. Let me look at my words.
This is the original clamshell that from the video we watched when we were kids.
Yes.
The information on the back.
Oh, wow.
Clamshell.
Wow. That is, yeah. Let's see what I got. I got the Lion King.
Yay!
Well, yeah, remember that time we went to the movies and we had a little situation with the Lion King and some gummy bears and a little bit of a
scuffle? That'll be another story another day.
That will be another story another day.
Yeah,
another ending story. Well, Amanda, did you want to say anything to the people before we sign off?
Nah, man. We're good.
All right. That's what it is. All right. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.